People are asking if they have to go to work tomorrow, if the government ends up shutting. And I said, no, you don't. And they said, well, if I'm not a government employee, it's not about that. It's solidarity, guys. Solidarity. So God bless us. I hope that we get through this catastrophic nightmare.
Catastrophic.
So funny. They take themselves so seriously. It's like, are you guys still here? Do your job. That's what they should be doing. Their job. 1997, Ken, last time we passed the budget on time.
19 when?
97.
Yeah.
In the year of the Lord, 1997. Think about that. And they'll just want to punt it forward and blame each other. Meanwhile, no more beardos.
No more beardos.
No more chicks with... You get where I'm going with this, guys, okay? No more clingers. Remember Klinger always trying to get out of the military?
That's right.
He was the first cross-dresser in the military, old Klinger. No more of that. No more DEI. No more holidays. No more of that stuff. The Department of War is about smashing and crushing. And they're going to be doing that. Now they're having other meetings as well. I still contend that they are going to go into Venezuela at some point in time. They are. They're going to go into Venezuela. So they're going to, but before that, they came out, they said, the usual stuff. It was, Pete Hegseth is, he still has some issues that he's got to deal with. Not everybody fully trusts him. That's okay. You got to give him his due. But we'll see what happens. Again, I think there is going to be, they're moving some stuff around. The military, especially when it comes to what's going on in Venezuela. And Stephen Miller, look for that. There's a chance, I have a feeling, they're talking seriously about some sort of regime change. We are not good at that. We fail way more than we ever succeed. And even when we do succeed, at some point in time, it falls apart. So let's not do that and move on from there. And if you want to protect Guyana because of the oil, which is really what it's all about, then at least come out and say it. But we don't need regime change. Let them do their thing. We don't need to be up in everybody's business. It's bad enough we're in a situation where we got to deal with what's going on with, Israel and that. And, I joked earlier, and we always joke because it's, about burning a bagel. We always say that. Like, you can't even say anything without somebody going, you're anti-Semitic. No, what I am is I'm pro-Israel, pro the country, anti-genocide, murdering and killing a bunch of people because you can, and you're moving everything and just calling everybody, that guy was Hamas, this guy. I'm anti what's going on, and I'm really anti about doing with our money. Think about the money. Did you see what happened? I don't know if you saw this, Ken. $20 billion to Argentina we gave to bail them out. Then they flipped the script, took off tariffs when it came to China, and sold them soybeans while our farmers were struggling.
Yeah, we got to stop doing stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, are you kidding me? Hey, thanks so much for that. That's kind of loaning somebody $20 and they said, I really need this for gas. Then they go outside to buy smokes and then gamble it on scratchers.
Yep.
That is ridiculous. We got to get this going, right? We got issues. And that's what you're doing? We're pouring tons of money across the board to a lot of places, and we have problems here. It's what we talked about yesterday with the our veterans. And by the way, did you see the guy that crashed his truck and then shot up everybody in the LDS church? Did you see why he called the Mormons the Antichrist?
No.
Because he apparently had a relationship with a woman a little over a decade ago. And I guess she might have been Mormon by the sounds of it. And they split up. And he blamed them for the breakup. And about a week or so ago, somebody came to his door Like one of those guys that's canvassing and saying, hey, I'm running for the 5th District dog catcher or whatever, city council. And he said the guy seemed pretty cool. And he goes, we're talking about where he served and we're talking about Veterans Affairs. And then he says, the Mormons are the Antichrist. And he kind of goes down that path. And he blamed this relationship, that broke up because of the Mormons. 10 years ago, man. I don't know.
Boy, that's carrying a grudge.
That's super carrying a grudge. Like, that's a serious grudge. But that also comes with the fact that somebody who is struggling mentally,
yep,
that's what that was. Yes, sir.
So just to clarify, the canvasser said the Mormons were the Antichrist?
No, the guy that shot up the church. So they crashed in there. So the Stanford guy, he was the one who crashed in there, and he'd been holding a grudge. And they said he had held a grudge a long time and had been really hated the Mormons, hated the LDS Church, thought that Joseph Smith was all these horrible things and, that they were the Antichrist and just really, but it was all based on a relationship that had broken up. But you're not well. 10 years. That's not a well thing. Not a well thing at all. So, is the rapture happening at midnight? Did you hear they've changed the rapture? Ken, I don't know if last week we tried to rapture, we found out he moved it. It was the wrong calendar. It's a Julian calendar. So we're moving it to October 6th and 7th.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
So if you weren't raptured last week and you thought, did I miss my chance? They're putting more tickets on sale now. Just want to let you know. So if you still have time to sell your car and all your belongings and rapture it out. Hurricane shutdown, people are excited about Cat 5 because it's catastrophic. Dude, we're going to have to put one of those things together tonight. Catastrophic.
Yeah.
How long do you think it goes if it does?
Dude, I have until one or the other's polling shows they're losing.
Yeah. And consumer confidence. Look, all that being said, Trump has one of those, situations where he looks up and consumer confidence isn't great right now. People are still worried. We're heading into the big quarter. This is when people make hay. And as they sputter towards it, look, let's blame both of them. Your job is to get this done, not a continuing resolution. And consumer confidence fell big time. And this is the thing I look at more than anything else. Because if you feel confident about your job, if you feel confident about where things are in your world, that's a good thing, right? So if hey, my business is good, doesn't matter what happens to the economy, or, hey, if things start to go a little south, here we could see some troubles, there's going to be some cutbacks, well, then okay, and then your confidence starts to dip. Because the more confident you are, the more you're going to spend. So it dropped to 94.2 in September from a revised 97.8 the prior month. So economists were expecting about a 96, and this is a bit of a dip, So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But there's no doubt there's some people that are worried out there. And then the government's going to shut down. And then they're fighting over, well, the Democrats have a good argument, but they won't be able to make it because they're Democrats. Did you listen to Hakeem Jeffries? He's an awful communicator.
Yeah.
He is, right? Like, it's not just me. I'm not being mean. He's not. Listen to him. I mean, he just.
We are fighting to lower the high cost of living and to protect the health care of everyday Americans.
There's nothing there. It's nothing. And it's
white noise.
It's exactly what it is. And Schumer, by the way, is AOC, or AOL. We'll talk about that in a little bit. AOC, if she wants that seat, she can have it in New York. I know that they're teasing her out as a presidential candidate, but that seat's hers. He's done for. Nobody's listening to anything he has to say anymore. He just talks in circles. He's a corporatist. Nobody's paying attention to him or any of them because they're awful at what they do. They're awful at what they do. So it's who can frame it the best that's going to give people the opportunity to say, Okay, it is this group's fault or that group's fault. Now, some people say, well, Republicans have the House and the Senate and everything. Well, yeah, but they don't have a supermajority. So you have to have, a coming together and some bipartisanship on this.
Yeah, what did I think I heard where to get something through, to get a CR through in the Senate, they need 9 Democrats to switch.
And I don't see that happening unless it was to the point where they knew, hey, they're blaming this on us and we could all be in real trouble.
Yeah, it'll depend on the internal polling that both parties are getting. At least I think.
Because it's catastrophic. It's a Cat 5. It is a Cat 5 catastrophic.
Because, even though it's a CR and we want to get away from that, at least the Republicans are saying, let's just keep things like they are for now while we negotiate, whereas Democrats, they're just wanting to burn it down.
Yeah. And they're not – see, a lot of people are saying you should do remember what the Tea Party did, how hard they played ball and when they really had their rise? Well, it was a different time. It was easy for them to have a rise in the way that it was because things weren't, kind of moving forward. The Democrats, even if they have the best intentions to sell this to the American people, they don't have anybody that can sell it. And like Ken said, they're just saying, look, guys, let's buy another 60 or 90 days. So nothing's going to change. 60 or 90 days. And then we could try to get this done. But we forget that tonight is supposed to be the actual get-it-done situation.
Otherwise, it's going to be catastrophic.
Catastrophic. Yeah, we need that. Catastrophic. So, wanting billions for illegals for healthcare and trans issues. Don't take what J.D. Vance says and everything and continue to put – that's talking points, okay? The healthcare issue is a serious issue, but they need to come together and actually get something done, figure out how they're going to spend, and not kick the can down the road. We do this every year, and every 6 months or every 3 months we have to come back, and they freak out again, and then everybody blames everybody else. Nothing gets done. And again, 1997, last time we passed one of these on time. That's a long time ago. 28 years ago. Oh, longer than 28 years. Yeah, 28 years ago. 28 years ago. We're not good at this. You have one job, and you don't do it. We can't blame them all, so we're going to have to pick one side. You know who I pick? America. But this isn't America's fault. I mean, some of it is because you put some of these people in power, but by and large, it's these idiots' fault. So there you go. Coming up, we still got some good stuff. It is Hot Take Tuesday. We got our hot takes for you. We're still taking one-hit wonder suggestions. We'll ask Bell if he's ever heard this song that everybody's been suggesting, and we figured Bell would have heard it because he hears all these weird songs, and this is straight up his alley. Okay, Bell, have you ever heard, what's his name, Loudon Whitaker?
Loudon Wainwright III.
Loudon Wainwright III, dead skunk in the middle of the road. He was on MASH for a few episodes. I worked his son's records when I was at DreamWorks.
That right there is why we have Bell.
Rufus Wainwright is his son.
Rufus Wainwright. I know him. So that guy, everybody says you got to play the song. And we had so many people go, yes, this is going to be huge, huge. So this might be one of our one-hit wonders tomorrow. Let us know what else you want to hear. This is Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7. I'm going to tell you guys this. Rocking and rolling. RJ's pushing all the buttons. This is why you can't fly the plane, RJ. It's early. We get it. It's okay. We're going to be fine. You know, I always tell everybody, don't worry about it because this is radio. Nobody died from this. Bell messes up all the time. I mess up. I don't even know where I'm at sometimes. Today I said on the air, Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7.
I do it every half hour.
I know you do. But for my other
show.
Is
that on your national show?
Yeah, on my national show. So there you go.
Well, no, I say I screw up every half hour.
When Matt first got here, one of the things that we did was we started a donation jar for animal charity for every time that he said his old call letters or his old slogan from Birmingham, and we ended up donating like $400.
You know what? It is because, and top of that, I've got all these other things that I've screwed up because I got all these other stations where they want their own special call letters for this or call letters for that, like KRLD in Dallas, this, that, and you're like, oh my God, oh Lord. It is Hot Take Tuesday. We're giving out our hot takes here, and we do it each and every Tuesday. They're smoking hot today. Bell's hot take was, if you buy a new car, you're an idiot. It's as simple as that, Bell. Am I correct? If you're buying a new car, Bell, you're a fool.
Oh, yeah, total dumbass.
Total dumbassery. Okay. Ken, your hot take was?
Hazelnut coffee creamer's the equivalent of adding perfume to your drink and pretending it's sophisticated. It stinks.
It's nasty.
Ooh, I like that. Sophistication, not so fast. Not dead skunk sophisticated. For me, I believe pretty much everybody's work could be done in about 2 hours inside the veal crate, where you're sitting there in that job where those fluorescent lights are going off and your boss is keeping you there and you're thinking to yourself, this sucks. Same thing I think about school. You could probably do it in 3 hours, but we keep them there all day. Why? Because we got to be stuck in the veal crates all day. We're training them for their 8 hours of work every day.
And at some point, you just want to try to avoid having more stuff dumped on your table.
Yeah. So you scroll on the internet all day watching TikTok, whatnot.
TikTok and whatnot.
TikTok and whatnot. So
you actually have the benefit of being able to say you're doing show research when you scroll TikTok, though.
Yeah, I do, because I get a lot of. Somebody just asked, "What about White Girls?" White Girl Wednesday. So White Girl Wednesday, and she's been at it this week.
She went to Brown.
She did. She's been seriously at it. Like I'm having to get to the point where it's like, okay, I can't do all of these. All right. But she's got some good ones. I will tell you. She's got some that will anger you tomorrow. I promise you that.
I like that one chick you played last week.
Fat girl?
Was that it?
The fat genocide?
Yes.
Yeah. We should hear that again. You guys want to hear that again?
This
is spectacular. And the leap she takes from fat genocide to racism, man, it's fast.
When they're trying to whittle down every single fat person, they're so excited that they found a drug that makes it so we don't exist anymore. And again, not to devalue any of these things, I consider them all very important. If tomorrow they released a drug that said, okay, we cured blackness. If you just take this pill, you can be white. No. And then the problem will be fixed. The blackness wasn't the problem. The problem was the system that ever made anyone think they needed to be anything other than what they are. Ozempic and these weight loss drugs are trying to exterminate fat people. They want to get rid of us. Fat phobia
she does realize she doesn't have to
racism.
Take Ozempic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Racism is classism. Classism is racism.
And don't forget fatism. She's awesome. She jumped from so many places to you could take somebody's going, you could take a pill to get rid of blackness, to become whiteness, and then into classness. And then if you take Ozempic, then you go from fat to thin. From thin, you get rid of, you're even more racist, which is weird because you got thinner. And then from there, classism and racism.
White women.
White women. We were joking today because we were talking about some new sponsors and stuff. I said, Belle said, hey, we do White Woman Wednesday. And they looked at us. I go, just go to a Pilates class. Get us a Pilates sponsor. There's a whole bunch of them there.
True story.
Oh, my Lord. Michael Jackson took a pill that turned him white.
That's not nice. Michael had vitiligo.
Did he? He ordered it, though. Did he? I thought he had Diana Rosso.
What?
He had Diana Rosso, where he wanted to look like Diana Ross. It was also that. Remember that? Because he did. For a while there, he was heading towards looking a little bit like Diana.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. So just to let you know, Belle.
He was in transition and we didn't even know it.
We didn't know it at all. But, man, who else? The baseball player. Sammy Sosa had vitiligo, too. Because he changed full color.
It's not uncommon.
No, it's not. But I think he also would put makeup and stuff on because he didn't like some of the splotchy bits. But you know what? Man, it's unique. Rock with it. All right, coming up. Who knows what we're going to talk about? We got a lot of stuff. With so much stuff. Yes, White Woman Wednesday is tomorrow. We got One Hit Wonder. We got your hot takes and a whole bunch of stuff. If you're missing the show, we say shame on you. Grab the podcast. It is the Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7. Here's an interesting thing that many of you are not talking. Remember that Epstein fellow? Child molester? The Republicans. So last Tuesday, there was a special election in Arizona. And the winner was a lady by the name Adlita Grijalva. Her dad, Raul, was nice. I knew Raul because he's from Tucson. We used to interview him a lot. But he, kind of one of those people been around, politics in Arizona for a long time. She came in, she won the race. She's 218. That's what her vote would be on Epstein that would release the files. The Republicans haven't sworn her in yet, and Mike Johnson doesn't look like he's going to do it yet. Because she would be 218. That is insane. Continuing to delay the vote because she said, I will absolutely vote to release the files. That's the stuff right there where you go, the more you do stuff like this, the more as a child would say, if you hide some, I want to look. Don't look in the closet. Well, I'm going to go look in the closet now. This is insane. And yeah, I think we need to get her in there because I think we need to figure it out. And I think it's time to find out exactly what's going on because you're fighting this more and more every single day. And it's ugly. Something's in there. I'm not saying it's Trump. Again, I am not saying it's Trump. But could it be Trump friends? Could it be Trump donors? Could there be stuff in there that Trump potentially knew about? All of those things are possible. Could it be other big-time politicians on both sides of the aisle? Again, all of those things are possible. But, I don't believe anything that the FBI says. And the fact that they're continuing to delay shows me that there's a lot more to it. We're talking about the girl that was fat, saying that you want to erase her. We're just talking about her. A lot of you chiming in about that because you were also all curious about how you made a leap from taking Ozempic to racism. This is a newscaster. I think she's in Oklahoma, Missouri. She goes and she is I don't say she's thick, but she's got some curves. She's not gross by any means. But people send her horrible tweets every single day. Now she's taken to the airwaves to play them, to read them out loud and make fun of them.
You look like you can take a punch.
You went from power slap thick to taking a punch. I think that's an upgrade.
Is it? I feel like it's worse. Power slap thick is like, okay, but now we're just hitting me?
Power slap thick is what one of them said.
Girl, you're thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
She has fun with it. She does.
Y'all capping, stop gassing up fives. And this is coming from reputable source, no time for hygiene. He said, you look too clean.
She is, and she goes up and she pulls them up so everybody can see what they say about her and her, how should I say this, thickness. And she's not that thick, okay?
She is kinda hefty.
It's horrible. We have this weird world where we decide we can say anything we want to anybody because we saw you on TV during a sporting event.
Hefty, hefty, hefty. I like rotund. That's a good descriptive word. Like someone had the thesaurus out. Damn, she was rotund, mommy.
Oh, my Lord. That is, it goes back to what we've talked about, man. Social media gives you this world of you feel like you can say or do anything you want without any fear of repercussions. Zero fear of repercussions. None. which is crazy. But to think that you should, like, I get, people say things about me all the time, and I'm fine with that. I put myself out there. It's what I do. But it's always it's funny because I've had a lot of people say stuff about me. Didn't you meet them? And they're like, they'll come, they'll say some of the most heinous things. And then you're like, oh, yeah. And I don't get it. I don't. Why this keyboard warrior attitude towards so many people is beyond me. And that you feel that, hey, there's a woman I could go make so much fun of, who, by the way, wasn't like the other woman who was talking about how we want to erase her and that if you take Ozempic, that's racism, which is insane. It is. It is absolutely insane how you get from one point to another. And also, if you take Ozempic, that'd like be asking a person who is black, these were her words, if you could take a pill or a shot and overnight, you could be white. Once again, how did you get there? Because you're a wackadoo and you're looking for reasons to be angry. You are absolutely looking for reasons to be angry. Pete Hegseth today said no beardos, so Ken and I can't be in the military. We're past our military date anyways, right, Ken? I don't think we could be.
It depends on where the world goes.
Well, that's true. I mean, if we go into a nuclear war and we have to go outside, we may have to fight. Like, people older than us are fighting in, Ukraine right now.
Yes, sir.
That's what's scary. So, but no beardos, no DEI, no chicks who are dudes, no, none of that stuff. They want a lean, mean fighting machine. It's about, what did I say? It's about crushing?
Yeah, gender neutral PT.
Gender neutral PT. Okay.
Like, you've got to be able to pass the test no matter what.
So everybody's got the same test now?
Yep.
Okay, that's good. Everybody's got the same test. And we've learned today that the tests are different. Air Force, the Marines, Army. I mean, there's some uniformity to it, but it's different. We didn't find out about the Coast Guard. I'm sure that one's... Can you drive a boat? Why are we always so mean to the Coast Guard? I don't know.
They're pretty important.
They are. They arrested that guy the other night that shot up the fish place.
Yep.
They arrested him. They said, hey, we got you. That guy turned himself in. By the way, what's the weather like? Are we getting any of the Melda? Is it smashing into anything?
Not right now.
Okay, good. Oh, good. Just want to, how thick is she? Somebody asked. She's thick, but not thick like that. She's good looking. She's not a bad looking lady. All right.
She's curvy.
Curvy. That's a good way to describe it. Curvy lady. Yeah. Let's see here. Somebody just said, because we were talking about social media, attributed to Mike Tyson, social media has made too many of us comfortable to be disrespectful to someone online and not get punched in the mouth for it. Yeah, it's true. I mean, we shouldn't want to say that, but you also wouldn't say these things to people and call somebody fat, right? I couldn't even imagine that as a kid growing up. First of all, you'd have to write a letter and send it into the news station. But we see somebody that we're like, oh, that's a, she's looking a little bit bigger. Oh, you know what? I need to comment on that. I need to call her fat and send her a letter. Insane. Absolutely insane. I just think it's funny because every day she does this and everybody laughs about it because she has learned, it's, what else are you going to do? She doesn't take those people seriously. Nobody should take those people seriously. Nobody should. People are going to say crazy things all the time. And we've allowed social media to do that. We joke about the TikTok stuff and all these kind of stuff. But we've allowed people to lose their manners and act a fool in so many ways because we've given them anonymity. Which, we don't live in that world of anonymity. We're, like Ken and I don't live there. Bell does, but that's because he doesn't have a head. Matt doesn't live there. Chris doesn't live there. We put ourselves out there. And I'm fine taking, the punches, if you will. But it is, you could say hi now on Facebook, just something nice. Hey, I hope you guys have a good day. And somebody's going to come in and just talk about how horrible you are, which is wrong. Catastrophic. That's what I'm saying. This could be the shutdown tonight. Our buddy Nathan from Busy Bee is worried because he's going out there and to D.C., and I said, I've been telling him, I don't think this goes much past the weekend. I don't, because too much going on, and I don't think Trump. First of all, I don't think here's the problem with that the Democrats have. The Democrats' big problem is the fear that if we're not around to try to do some stuff and raise an ire, Trump might just decide, I'm going to do whatever I want, period, and just go ahead and do it. So I don't think they're going to leave him alone that long. Secondly, they're not asking for anything crazy outside of extending something that shouldn't be extended, by the way. We shouldn't be extended. This should not be another CR. This should be a full budget that's getting done, but it's not. So that to me is frustrating, but I don't think it's going to go on very long. I really don't. I think this goes on a few days. I know Trump's one in 2019 was fairly long, the longest one ever. But they're going to sit around and blame each other for a couple days. They'll take the temperature, like Ken says. They'll do their inside polling data will tell them who's getting the most blame. And then they'll run out, and then they'll come to some sort of agreement to kick the can down the road. And then come November, and I think it would be up right around Thanksgiving week. So that'll get done faster. Because you got to get that done faster. It is White Woman Wednesday tomorrow, so I got plenty of that. But also, it's One Hit Wonder Wednesday. So we do it every single Wednesday. We take your one hit wonder and throw it out there. A lot of you guys have been sending stuff in. We've got a ton of stuff. If you have more one hit wonders that you think, hey, you know what? I'd like to hear this. I'd like to hear that. Let us know, okay? You hit us up. You can text the program. You could also tweet at me at Chad Benson Show, ChadBenson. You can also text me personally to my private, show text line that I have, 323-538-CHAD, 323-538-2423, and send us your One Hit Wonder Wednesdays. All of us have a One Hit Wonder, and it is fun. We got some good ones sent to us today. One stole the show, and I've yet to hear it. Ken, did you listen to it at all? The Dead Skunk song?
Yeah, it's actually really good.
Oh, okay. So that might be one of the one-hit wonders. Several others of you have sent stuff that I really like. The problem is they've had a couple hits. It's got to be a genuine one-hit wonder. Okay? That's what we're putting out there.
Kind of like Jack Wagner.
Kind of like, all I need. Such a great song. Such a great song. Matt's going to join us straight ahead. If you missed any of the show, like you say, each and every day, grab the podcast. It is the Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7. I got a little something for Matt here I want him to hear. It's the most interesting man in Georgia. Are you the most interesting man? You got to turn on his microphone there, RJ. Here we go.
He checks the weather on the Waffle House Index, then orders scattered, smothered, and safe. He's tried to bribe a peach farmer for an early harvest.
That's
got
true.
laughed at. He
That's
still
true.
shows up every August. He took his driver's test on I-285. The examiner got out and changed careers.
Awful.
He treats leads in Monopoly like they're cursed.
Don't celebrate yet, son. We're only up 28 properties to 3.
He gives directions with one word,
particularly brutal.
Peachtree, and somehow you still arrive on time.
1,800 peach trees.
Uga licked his hand once. He framed the drool like a diploma.
What is
He
it?
pronounces
It's AI, dude. It's AI. We did the Alabama one, too. The Alabama one, they brutalized Alabama.
Ooga, that's funny.
Little Uga.
Little Uga. Uga's licking his wounds or something.
That's right.
Today.
So you're here.
I'm here. I was just telling Chad I'm laser focused.
He walked in and goes, "Can you do the first hour for me?" I'm checked out.
I'm laser focused on the show today. It's Tuesday by Friday.
Yeah.
So I'm absolutely laser focused. Got to get on the road at 4:00 in the morning.
So you're just gonna roll over. You're just gonna go to Yahoo and say, "All right, what's the 5 best trending things? We're talking about these things today."
Right. Hey, guys. Oh, there's to get some evergreen topics going on. I mean, just whatever we could come up with.
Oh, my goodness.
100%. No, it'll be a good show. We've got Marsha Blackburn coming on today. How can it not be a good show?
Oh, right
Senator Marsha Blackburn, running for governor, going to be on the show today.
Are you going to ask her, like, you ever going to debate? Or she's just, we're no longer
Well, I'm going to ask them, are we shutting it down? Is that what we're doing? We're shutting it down?
Yeah.
I guess we're shutting it down.
There's no reason not to.
I mean, why not? We've got all the shutdown talking points for every media outlet in America.
That's right.
It's going to be catastrophic.
Everybody's freaking out. Y'all remember, and I'm sure y'all might have talked about this and I missed it, but y'all remember when it shut down with Obama and they brought out all the stuff to put around the national monuments?
Yeah.
Don't look at these.
Yeah. Did you?
They're closed.
He did that on purpose.
Oh, of course he did.
He goes, they're like, you don't have to close these. He goes, yeah, but I can.
Right. So you expended extra time, energy, and money just to make people hurt.
And then when the last one, which was the longest one, was under Trump, they made a rule after that. No matter what happens, even if you're furloughed, you get paid. What?
Of course they get paid. They always get paid.
Yeah, but even if you're furloughed, it means you
don't even like lose money for that period of time.
Yeah.
Because they always paid them back. Right.
Yeah.
Right. You keep getting it. You don't work, you get a check. Isn't that nice?
Government.
I mean,
wow. How are we in debt, Matt?
The quote, I have no clue. I have no clue how we're overspending money. So that the amount of quote unquote non-essential employees is staggering.
It is staggering.
It's like, if it's that many, do we need them all? Because by definition, you're saying we don't need them.
Yeah, we don't need you. You're here. You're making up numbers.
And now we're going to pay them to stay home.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Again, how are we in debt?
I can't imagine.
$20 billion to Argentina, and what's the first thing they do? Lift the tariffs against China and sell them all these soybeans.
I mean, it's good for them. Good for Javier Milei.
Oh, Javier, thanks so much. How's it going over there, Javier? Not as good as I thought.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. So, yeah, we'll talk with Marsha about the old shutdown. We might ask her if she's going to debate. I don't know. She should debate.
Yeah, I think there should be a rule that you have to debate once.
Yeah, the problem is it's not my primary. I'm not a Republican. So, I mean, if you're a Republican, y'all have to figure all this out.
Yeah, but you know what? What's his name's dead, so we never see any of the libertarian debates are always like in some dude's library somewhere far away.
Libertarians never made. I mean, they didn't even have a convention. They did not pretend to have primaries. They just had a convention and said, "This is the guy we want."
Yeah, this is it. This is the only guy that we
right. So
who doesn't live on an island with 12-year-old girls.
I would love what I would love is that the Democrats and the Republicans have to pay for it all themselves.
That'd be great.
That's what I would love.
That would be awesome.
Because right now, the state's like, we can't trust you guys to do this on your own, despite the fact that it's purely a party function. So the state's going to pay for the control and mechanism of all of these elections. I'm like, why are we doing that again?
Because everybody wants to be involved in some way, shape, or form. And the frustration of the fact that, we have to do this for you guys, all 11 of you on stage. Oh, my Lord. What are you paying for? What are we getting out of it? Nothing.
Well, I mean, even more broadly, why are we – I mean, when the two major political parties continuously refuse to allow any sort of opening for a third-party option, I mean, because the one thing you can get Democrats and Republicans to damn well agree on is that they don't want a third guy.
Coke and Pepsi don't want to see RC coming around the corner at all, right? Adidas and Nike, Puma, they want no – they want one – other party.
I know
exactly.
Them. Yeah, right. I know what you are, and you know what I am, and we're going to fight each other.
Yeah, that's it. We don't want anybody else because like, what are you doing here? This will make it uncomfortable. They may choose you. We may actually have to keep our word.
Cheerwine, get out of here.
That's right. All right, coming up, Matt straight ahead, and then he's going to really
I'm focused.
He's super focused, and then he'll be back next week. Cameron will be here for the next few days, but he's super focused. He's been telling me. He walked in. He's like, I've never been more focused in my life. Focused on leaving. You guys have a good one. We'll do it tomorrow.